Hey guys, hey, thanks for joining me this Wednesday evening. My name is Hayley. If I haven't ever met you before yet, we're going to be doing a 60-minute Vinyasa style class. So we're going to build some heat, get a little sweaty, and we're going to focus on hips and hamstrings tonight. So working on lengthening and strengthening, opening the muscle groups, but also building some muscle in both the hips and hamstrings. So we're going to get started lying down on our backs. We're going to find a comfortable reclined position, whatever that looks like. Might be heels together, knees wide. If you want to find legs long on the mat, arms can rest wherever is comfortable. And once you arrive, close the eyes. Notice how you have arrived to your mat. Whatever has happened in your day that has led you to this very moment. No matter if it was any challenges or maybe beautiful moments, whatever has led you here, it's exactly where you are supposed to be. So letting that sink in. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, so you have nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Beginning to feel the rhythm of your breath. And let the breath begin to grow a bit deeper. So exaggerating the breath, letting the breath flow all the way to the belly, taking deep belly breaths. And noticing what shifts in the body when we avoid breathing from the chest. And we draw the breath all the way down to the belly. You can start to draw the knees into the chest. And give yourself a squeeze here. And then planting the feet hips width. Aligning the ankles underneath the knees, hips. Coming into your bridge pose. Hold the heels towards the back of the mat to activate your hamstrings. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together. Keep lifting the hips as high as you can without splaying the knees apart. Start to feel the hamstrings, the glutes start to activate. If you want to, you can bring the hands underneath the hips and interlace the fingers, maybe wiggling the shoulders underneath the back. One more inhale to press the hips a little bit higher, inner thighs hug. And then next exhale, releasing any interlaced fingers, release the hips slowly down to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze, maybe rock side to side. And then hands come behind the knees, start a rock up and down the spine. I'm taking however many rocks you want, if it feels nice to massage out the entire length of the spine for a little bit, feel free to do so. And we'll meet in our tabletop whenever you're ready. So your wrists come underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. On your breath in, press the hands into the mat, draw the heart forward, belly sinks, anterior tilt of the pelvis, so sits bones lift up to the top of the room, coming into your cow pose. On your exhale, press into the fingertips, into the base knuckles, round the spine, tilt the pelvis, coming into your cat. Inhale brings you to your cow. And then exhale, cat pose. Inhale to your cow. You might want to close the eyes. Exhale to your cat pose. And allowing this to become a little bit more organic. So inviting any natural movement into the body, maybe some hip swings. Maybe take some circles if you want to hang out in child's pose just for a brief moment. Maybe you want to rotate the hands, maybe palm face up, or maybe flip the palms, fingertips face the hips, taking some nice wrist stretches. Thinking about 5 more rounds wherever you're at. And then after your last round, meeting in our tabletop, keep the left knee down, right knee opens up, kind of like a fire hydrant, a dog at a fire hydrant. Flex the foot, holding here, so we're externally rotating the thigh, opening up our hip right here, and holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Internally rotate, so lower the knee back down, and then we'll cross the knee behind the left knee, and then kick the shin out so it's parallel with the shorter edge of your mat. And then we'll sink the hips between the calves, coming into a nice juicy hip stretch here. You don't have to get super low wherever you feel the stretch. Take it there. And then coming up through tabletop, press the heel, the right heel, to the top of the room. Keep the foot flexed and start to lift it like we're going into our dancer variation. And then on our exhale, we'll round the spine, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale to press the heel to the top of the room. Take a slight back bend. And then exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, press the heel. Feel the hamstring activate, and then draw knee to nose. Twice more here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to crunch. One more time, lift it up. Tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee. Press yourself back. 3-legged dog. Lengthen the right leg. And then we'll bend the knee, open the hip, take a couple hip circles here. Keep pressing the left heel down to the earth. And then keeping the knee bent, we'll bring the right knee, forward until the heel is in line with the ankle. So we're kind of in this fire hydrant here. So we're externally rotating the thighs. And then we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh, coming into a figure 4. Pressing yourself back. Feeling the stretch. So press the right knee to the back of the room, opening up the thigh, opening up the hip. And then we'll lower the left knee. Sink the hips down, kind of like a child's pose with a figure 4 stretch. Feeling the stretch in the right glute. And then tucking the left toes again, press into the hands, 3-legged dog. And then step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Back knee lowers, untuck the toes. You're in your lizard pose. You can take a couple pulses in and out of the front leg. Taking a couple half splits, variations. And taking a moment to pause in your lizard lunge. If you want to come onto blocks or props to lift you up, maybe you want to come down onto your forearms. If it's a little too early, no worries. Keep hugging the right knee into the shoulder. Keep the right ankle right in line with the right knee. And then pressing back into the hands if they were elsewhere. Meeting back in our tabletop. Take a couple rocks with the hips side to side. Releasing. And then left knee opens up to the side, fire hydrant. Flex the left foot. Holding here, building strength in the hips, in the exterior, the outside, the outer glute. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll bring the heel to the top of the room. And then we'll cross the left knee behind the right knee. Kick the shin out so it's parallel with the shorter edge of the mat. And then sink the hips down. Me into this little stretch. And then meeting back through table. Left heel presses to the top of the room, knee bent. Inhale here, slight back bend. And then exhale to crunch the knee into the nose. Round the spine. Inhale to lift. Exhale to crunch. 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Activate the hamstrings. And then crunch. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. 1 more time to crunch here. Inhale here. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right knee. 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open your hip. Bringing any movement here. Taking some knee circles. And then reversing the direction. And then fire hydrant the left leg. And once the ankle's in line with the hip, we'll start to cross the left ankle over the right thigh, coming into your figure 4 stretch. Press the left knee to the back of the room, externally rotating the leg. And then lower the right knee down to the mat. You can stay here if you feel it here. If you want to sink the hips a little bit back, coming into the figure 4 child's pose variation. Stay active, stay flexed through the left foot. And then coming back onto the hands, tuck the right toes. Inhale to your 3-legged dog. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Back knee lowers and tuck the toes. Take a couple pulses in and out of the front leg. And then hanging out in our lizard for a couple rounds of breath. Taking your depth. If you want to come down onto forearms, feel free to do so. If you want to use some props to prop up the forearms or the hands, you can take those here. And keep hugging the left knee into the armpit. Knee stacked over the ankle. Keep pulling, drawing the belly button in and up, avoiding collapsing in the low back. And then pressing into the palms. This time we'll tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then step the right foot to the outside of the left or the right hand. Sink the hips. Malasana, yogi squat. Great option to add a block underneath the sits bones if you can't quite lower all the way. If your hips are high, that's great. Taking whatever you need, as long as your heels are rooted down on the earth. You might want to take a couple rocks side to side. So becoming familiar with this movement. At the end of our practice, we're going to come into frog pose. So you know what that is. It's a lot of external rotation of the thighs and sinking into the hips a lot. And then we'll plant the hands, lift the hips, wiggle the feet underneath the hips, and then taking a ragdoll here, hands grab opposite triceps. Knees can take a generous bend. And let everything hang heavy here. So there's no need to hold on to anything. Seeing what places in the body you can bring softness to, maybe the face, maybe the belly, maybe the shoulders. And then releasing the feet or the hands onto the earth. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, circle the fingertips overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Press the hips to the front of the room. And then exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to plant your palms. Step yourself back to your high plank. Holding here. You can start to rock forwards and backwards on the toes. Just getting familiar with the hands, this movement. And the next time you rock forward, elbows bend either halfway or lower to the belly. Inhale to your cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. First full down dog of the day. So taking a couple moments here to wiggle it out. Coming into your body, coming into your practice. Take a full breath in through the nose. And take an open mouth to sigh out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, stick out the tongue, lion's breath. Inhale, heels lift, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to our halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, anjali mudra, hands to heart. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, heart folds over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or hop your way through your chaturanga. Always an option to head straight to your down dog. We're going to take a couple, two more of our sun salutation A, just to build some heat. Inhale, heels lift, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, right away, fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant the hands. Exhale, lowers you through your chaturanga or takes you straight to your down dog. Full breath in, heels lift. Exhale, step or hop your way to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Arms rise. Right away, exhale to swan dive forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. And downward facing dog. Next breath in, right heel lifts. Bend the knee, open your hip. And take a fire hydrant here, so opening the hip off to the side. And then drawing the right knee to the right tricep. Inhale to lift, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, fire hydrant, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, bend the knee, open the hip. One more time, fire hydrant, knee to tricep. Then draw the knee through center, step the foot down. Left heel lowers, heel to arch alignment. So right heel is in line with the back arch. And then inhale, warrior two pose. Arms reach out to the horizon at a T. Activate the right hamstring by pressing into the right heel. Think about pulling the heel to the back of the room, back of the mat. Stay rooted through the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale here. Exhale to sink a little bit deeper. One more full breath here. Exhale. This time on our next breath in, we'll lengthen the front leg. Pivot the back foot to the corner of the mat. And then sink the hips to the left heel. So left knee takes a bend. We're in our skandasana, our transverse lunge. Right toes stay lifted to the top of the room for a hamstring stretch. Holding here for a couple more rounds of breath. Just feeling into this pose. You can either keep the hands lifted or use the hands to get you there to walk through center. We'll take a bend to the right knee. Left foot comes back parallel with the shorter edge of the mat. Right hand on the inside of the foot or to a block, coming into side angle pose. Left fingertips can reach to the top of the room or overhead. Again, pulling the left heel or the right heel to the back of the mat to activate your hamstrings. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together. Next breath in, reverse your warrior. Right knee stays bent. Exhale to your side angle. Taking this twice more, taking a little flow. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. One more time, reverse. Exhale, side angle. I lied, one more time, reverse. And then coming back through warrior two. Pivot to the ball of the right or the left foot, fingertips rise. Crescent warrior. Take your right hand to your belly, left hand to your back. Weight shifts to the front foot. Left toes might need to happen a little bit. We're coming into our warrior three. So working on balance here. If you want to take your hands to the earth for a little bit more support, or if you want to take hands to prayer, whatever you need here. Holding here for a couple more rounds of breath. Stay rooted through the right big toe. Stay flexed through the left foot. Keep pressing into the right heel to activate the outer glutes, the right hip. Take a soft bend to the right knee. Draw the left knee to your chest. Sink into the right knee. Left ankle crosses over the right thigh. Coming into our figure four, you can draw your hands to the center, to your heart. Sink a little deeper. You might want to press the right or the left hand into the left knee. Careful not to draw the right hip forward when you press it down. Draw the right hip back. And then coming up to standing, Left knee to the chest, and then kick the left foot to the front of the room. Working on a little bit of quad strengthening. And then kicking it back, warrior three pose just for a beat. Crescent warrior, touch the left toes down, right knee takes a soft bend. And then plant the hands. Step yourself back, high plank, maybe keep the right heel lifted. And then lower through your chaturanga. Meet in our downward facing dog. Full breath in here. And full breath out. Left heel lifts. Bend the knee, open your hip. And then taking this fire hydrant of the left leg, draw the left knee to the left tricep. Inhale, back up, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, fire hydrant, knee to tricep. One more time, bend the knee, open the hip. Left knee to tricep, holding here. Draw the knee through center. Touch the toes between the hands. Back heel lowers. Front heel to back arch alignment. Windmill open. Warrior two. Stay rooted through the outer edge of the right foot. Draw the left heel back to the back of the mat to activate your hamstrings. Inner thighs are hugging together, but externally rotate the inner thighs. So open up your hips. Next breath in, reverse your warrior, left knee stays bent. Exhale to your side angle. Holding here for a couple of moments. Finding whatever depth you want. If you want to add some props underneath the left hand. Just keeping the left side body long here. So avoiding collapsing, whatever it takes. Taking this into a couple flows, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Twice more, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. One more time to reverse. Meeting in our warrior two. Spin to the ball of the right foot. Crescent warrior. Biceps next to the ears. Weight shifts to the left foot. Left hand comes to the belly. Right hand to the low back. Right foot might need to hop in. And then shifting the weight, warrior three pose. Keep flexing through the right foot. Feel the right hamstring activate. Left knee can take a soft bend. Holding here for one more round of breath. And then we'll draw the right knee to the chest. Hands can come to prayer. Bend the left knee. Cross the right ankle over through the right foot. And then coming back up to standing, draw the knee to the chest. Hands to heart. Press the front wall away, lengthening the front leg. Using the quads to hold you up. And then shift back into your warrior three just for a beat. Soften the front knee, step back, crescent warrior. Plant the hands, step back, high to low plank. You want to keep the left heel lifted. And heading straight back into your downward facing dog. The full breath in here. Full breath out. Inhale, right heel rises. Just one time here. Bend the knee, open the hip. And then fire hydrant here. Draw the knee to the right tricep. Knee to chest. Step the foot through. Warrior two on your inhale. Reverse your warrior. Exhale to side angle. Reverse. Side angle. Reverse your warrior. And then side angle. Shift the weight to the back heel. Bend the left knee, lengthen the front leg, coming back into our Skandasana. And then lift yourself up, Warrior Two pose. Crescent Warrior on your inhale. Right hand to the belly, left hand to the low back. Shift the weight to the right foot. Launch off into your Warrior Three pose. And then draw the knee to the chest. Cross the ankle over the thigh. Figure Four. And then coming back up to standing, hands can draw to chest. Press the front wall away, lengthen the left leg. Warrior Three pose. Step back, Crescent Warrior. Plant the hands, take your flow, take your Chaturanga. Left heel rises, bend the knee, open your hip. Fire hydrant the leg, and then draw the knee to the tricep, to the chest, step the foot through. Warrior Two on your inhale. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Twice more to flow it out. Reverse. Side angle. Once more reverse. Exhale to side angle. Weight shifts to the back foot. Bend the right knee, lengthen the front leg. Left toes point up. Skandasana, back of the mat. And then plant the left foot. Lift yourself up. Warrior Two. Spin to the ball of the right foot. Crescent Warrior. Left hand to the belly, right hand to the low back. And then launching forward without momentum, using the strength of the leg. Warrior Three. Knee draws to the chest, hands to heart. Cross the ankle over the thigh, Figure Four. And then knee back to the chest, lengthen the leg. And then Warrior Three just for a beat. Step the toes back, Crescent Warrior. Taking a Chaturanga. We're meeting right in our down dog. Full breath in here. Full breath out. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the knees. Step half your weight to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Peace fingers, so your pointer and middle finger. Grab hold of your big toes. Take a generous bend in the knees. Elbows can soften, head is heavy. Coming into hand to big toe pose. Coming into a forward fold. Keep drawing, keep pulling the head closer to the knees. Draping the body over the thighs. And then releasing the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Arms sweep overhead. Take a fold forward. Halfway lift. Hands plant. Exhale takes you through your Chaturanga. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. You're going to take this once more through on each side, adding in a little bit. Right heel lifts. Right away, fire hydrant. Draw the knee to the tricep. Knee through center. Step the foot through. Warrior Two. Reverse. Side angle. And then we'll sink the hips, Skandasana, back of the mat. Inhale lifts you back up. Use the strength of the legs, warrior two. Crescent warrior. And then right hand to the belly, left hand to the low back. Warrior three pose. Holding here. Keep flexing through the right foot or the left foot. And then take a couple pulses of the left heel to the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knee to the chest or the standing leg. Fold over the right leg, coming into a fold with your figure 4. This just intensifies the stretch a little bit. No need to go there if it's painful or you don't want to. And then coming back up to standing, you're folded. Draw the knee to the chest. And then this time, we'll draw the right hand to the right hip. Peace fingers on the left hand, wrap around the big toe of the left foot. Lengthen the left leg, roll the left shoulder down the back. You can stay here. Goal is to keep the standing leg long. And then left leg can start to open, externally rotate to the left side. Stay upright. Think about reaching the crown of the head to the top of the room. Maybe you want to extend the right hand out to the side. And then draw the big toe back through center. Release the toe using the strength of the quad to keep the leg lifted. Moving through warrior three. Touch the toes back. Crescent warrior. Plant the hands. Chaturanga or downward facing dog. One more side here. Left heel lifts. Fire hydrant. Open up the hip. Knee to tricep. Knee draws through center. Step the foot through. Warrior two on your breath in. Reverse your warrior. Side angle pose. And then take Skandasana at the back of the mat. Lift yourself up. Warrior two pose. Crescent warrior. Left hand to belly, right hand to the low back. And then taking flight, warrior three. Holding here. Shift your attention to the left big toe. Stay grounded there. And then taking 5 pulses here with the left or the right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee draws to the chest, hands to heart. Figure 4, sink the hips. Again, you can stay here, or if you want to play with taking a fold forward. Standing leg goes long. Think about drawing your nose to your left knee. And then coming back up to standing if you're folded. Knee draws to the chest. Peace fingers on the right hand come to the right big toe. Left hand comes to the hip. You can stay here, or if you want to play with lengthening the right leg. Maybe you want to come into extended hand to big toe pose. Lengthening the right leg out to the right side. Left hand might open up to the left. Stay long through the left leg, but avoiding blocking out the left knee, taking a soft bend there. Leg draws back through center. Release the big toe, using the strength of your quad to keep it lifted. Shift through warrior three. Touch your toes back, crescent warrior. Hands plant. You've got another chaturanga here if you want it. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Take a couple sways of the hips side to side. Releasing all of that work. And then letting the knees fall wide, big toes draw together. Sink the hips to the heels. Draw the forehead down, coming into your child's pose. And arms might want to rest alongside body to release the shoulders. And starting to let go of the breath. Most of the hard work is done. You should feel a little bit more open in the hips and the hamstrings. And start to walk the fingertips over to the right side. Left palm might rest on top of the left or the right hand. Bring into the side body stretch. And feel this opening all the way from the left armpit, past the rib cage, all the way down to the left hip point. And walking the hands through center over to the opposite side. Right hand can place on top of the left. And allow your breath to trace from the right shoulder, past the ribs, to the right hip crease. And fingertips travel back through center. And then tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Right heel lifts. Open the knee, so externally rotate the inner thigh. And then taking this fire hydrant again, draw the right knee to the right tricep. Start to slowly lower down onto the left leg. So right leg is bent still at a 90-degree angle. The inside of the right foot can place on the earth. So we're taking half frog here. If this is too much on the knee and you want to put a cushion underneath the knee, feel free to do so. Staying on the forearms here. Draw the belly button in and up, keeping the core activated. We're going to work on externally rotating the leg. So start to lift the foot off the mat, rolling the thighs in. Sorry, this is internally rotating. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down the foot. Keep the foot flexed. Pressing into the inside edge of the right foot. Lift the left or the right knee up. So externally rotating the thigh. This takes a lot of strength here. So if I'm making it look easy or sound easy, it's not. So holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down the knee. We're going to lift the entire right leg here. So activating the inner thigh. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then lower back down. Pressing into the hands. 3-legged dog. Lift the right leg. And then touch the right leg back down. Inhale, lift the left leg. Fire hydrant the knee again. And then draw the knee to the left tricep. And then start to slowly lower down onto the right leg. It doesn't have to be super graceful. Left knee touches down. Half frog pose here. Coming onto forearms. So left leg is at a 90-degree bend. We'll work on internally rotating the leg again. So lifting the heel off the mat. And holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower. And then externally rotating the leg, so lifting, so pressing into the left heel, into the inner edge of the foot, and lifting the knee, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down the knee. Lifting the entire leg off the earth. Next inhale, lift the leg, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen the left leg next to the right. Lower down onto the chin. Arms rest alongside body. Bend the knees, flex the feet. So heels are pressing to the top of the room. Draw the knees together. And then lift the knees off the mat, feeling the hamstrings and glutes activate here. You can add the arms if you want to. So start to peel the head and chest off the mat. Maybe you want to interlace the hands behind the low back if that feels nice on the shoulders. Keep the neck long, so keep the gaze just a little bit in front of you. Holding here for a couple more rounds of breath here. And then lowering, releasing any interlaced fingers. Rock the hips side to side. Let the heels fall outwards. And then arms rest alongside body, palms face down once more. Keep the legs long here, feet flexed. Next inhale, peel the heart and head off the mat. Then lift the knees and toes off. Hands can lift off the mat. If you want to interlace the hands again, feel free to do so. And your breath might rock the body. So we're in hip extension right here. We're using this hip extension to strengthen our hamstrings. And then releasing onto the mat, taking one cheek to the mat. Heels fall outwards. And you can wiggle the hips side to side to release your low back. And hands come next to the rib cage. Press yourself back into an active child's pose. So tuck the toes. And then coming up to seated. You might want to walk to the front of your mat. We'll come into a bound angle pose. So heels together, knees wide. You can choose your depth here. So if you want to wrap the hands around the outside edges of the feet, feel free to do that and stay there. If you want to draw the elbows to the calves or inner thighs to get more of a inner thigh stretch, little hip opener. If you want to crawl the hands to the front of the room, start folding over the legs. You can choose that variation. And then crawl the hands back in if they were out. And we've made it to our frog pose. So if you want to take a couple cushions or blankets, if you know your knees are sensitive, if you have a hard floor, or if you're on your carpet, that's great. You want to fold your mat over a little bit. So we'll come onto our forearms. So hips will be up into the air. And then we'll start walking the knees out. There's not really an easy way to get into this pose. Just have to feel your way into it. So knees will come wide, so like we were in our half frog earlier. And your feet are flexed, so your legs are at like a 90-degree angle here. And then you can sink the hips back as much as you'd like. If you want to maybe place a pillow underneath your chest to make it a little bit more restorative. Maybe you want to come down onto your chest with the arms extended out in front of you. If you feel any pinching or pain in the hips or low back, just backing out of the pose a little bit. Maybe just backing out of it fully and maybe just taking half frog again. And keeping the neck long here. You might want to close your eyes. And focusing in on the breath. Your breath might start to feel a little bit staggered or a little bit quick in these intense poses. But with every inhale, draw the breath all the way down to the belly button. And every exhale, try releasing any tension or stress you feel in the hips, the inner thighs, the low back. Notice any areas you can bring softness to, maybe your face, your shoulders, maybe you're gripping the ground. I once had to hold this pose for like 10 minutes to the song Hallelujah, which is such a long song. It's like 7 to 10 minutes long. But I won't make you hold it that long. You can start to come out of this. Like there's no easy way to get into it. There's not a super easy way to get out of it. Just take it gently, take it easy. Draw the knees together. And then we'll sit onto our heels. Keep the feet out in front of us. And then come to lie down on our backs. Draw the knees into the chest. Take a couple rocks side to side. And then lengthen the left leg long on the mat. Right knee draws across the body. Right arm comes out to a T. Left hand can add a little pressure onto the right leg. Press the right hip to the front of the room. So creating this space in the low back, in the right glute, right hip. You feel the lengthening all the way from the right armpit all the way down to the right glute. Draw the knee back to the chest. Left knee meets the right. Give yourself a squeeze here. And then right leg lengthens. Left knee hugs in. Release the right hip. And then draw the left knee over to the right side. Right hand rests on top of the left leg for a little bit of pressure. Left arm out to a T. Press the left hip to the front of the room. So creating this space from the right armpit all the way to the hip point. Let the breath be easy. All the hard work is done. We have one more pose waiting for you. Draw the knees back to the chest. One more little moment here to give yourself a hug. And taking up space, letting the legs fall wide, about hips width. Hands alongside body, palms face up. Close the eyes. Letting go of any rhythm of the breath you may have had. I'll be here to guide you out of your practice. Feel free to stay as long as you would like. Shavasana. Beginning to come back to the space around you. Bringing your awareness to anything that you might hear. And then bringing your awareness to the sound of your breath. Notice how when you bring the awareness to the breath, the sound of it, all the other background noise disappears. Starting to bring some wiggles into the fingers and toes. Drawing the knees into the chest, making your way into your fetal position off to one side of your mat. And then make your way up to a comfortable seat. And your hands drop to your heart center, bowing the chin slightly. And then thumb knuckles come to the space between your brows, your third eye. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth to sigh it out. Thank you so much for showing up today for yourself. The light and love within me honors and bows to the light and love within you. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great night, everyone. I'm here every Wednesday and Friday morning at 7. I'm also teaching another class tonight at 7 o'clock if you are interested. Otherwise, feel free to make sure to check out Adventure Rocks fitness schedule, yoga schedule. It should be posted online, if not Instagram and Facebook. Otherwise, have a great night. I'm Hayley if you have any questions. See you soon.